Hello, this is Mili Ponce from Social Songbird, and today I'll be interviewing Stephan Bosman from Boost Your Startup. Hello, Stephan. How are you today?
Hi, Mili. I'm fine. Thank you. And you?
Yeah, very good here.
Okay, thanks.
So tell me, we're here in Cambridge in the United Kingdom. Where are you at the moment?
We're in the Netherlands, near the coast, between Amsterdam and the coast.
Excellent.
And we're on an attic. Every startup starts in the garage or an attic, and we help startups to grow. And we do this from our attic.
That's excellent. I love Amsterdam. I've been there many, many times. And there is nothing like the pancakes.
Yeah.
And the yogurt ice cream, that shop with yogurt ice cream that you can put all kind of unhealthy things in it.
Yeah. Next time you have to try also the stroopwafels.
Oh no, I have them. I have a friend that is Dutch that keeps bringing me loads of them.
Oh, nice.
So we always have some. And we have as well the powder for the pancakes.
Yeah, nice.
I know, I have really good friends that are Dutch, so I'm lucky.
Great. Next time, jump over and come by.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely, so I can learn even more about what you do. So today we want to learn a bit about you as an entrepreneur. So tell me how it started. Like, did you have a job before, and how did you become an entrepreneur, and how did you come with the idea of what you do?
Great. That's a long story. I'm 51 years old. I'm a little bit gray, and I was a former tennis player. I was real good at playing tennis, but not the best. And I had to earn some extra money to pay my tennis classes during my high school, and I organized some travel journeys with some people from companies. And it grew. And at the end, we organized 900 parties a year. So that was my first business. And that was the first time I also learned about how to build a business, how to create a business. And the simple thing is you have to focus on your customer. And that's the same thing as I learned with my tennis career, because you have the skills and you have the condition and you can play whatever you like, but you have to moderate what you need to compete your competitor. So the simple thing is you focus on your competitor and you use the right skills. So that was the first thing. And later I went to the leisure, and after some while I came into the staffing agencies of IT, and we built Neomax. It was a staffing agency for IT support and infrastructure. And in the last year before I sold my part, we recruited 180 people a year. So we grew really fast, and that was during the recession. And that's the first time I learned it's all about really focusing on your market, what are the needs of your customer, and how to help them buy. And so that was the first thing I learned. And the other important thing is we also started to build a job board. And our first job board was a freemium job board. So we were the first in the whole Europe. And it's called Banematch. And Banematch has and we did it because I had an IT staffing agency and I had to pay a lot of money to Monsterboard and other brands. And I paid them and I got job slots and I got the search, but I got no value. The simple thing of job boards is you pay a lot, but then you have to wait and say, okay, then people have to go to me. So we changed the whole freemium, and that was our first disruptive thing. And we grew to the largest job board in Holland. For 2.5 years, we fought with Jobbird, and we were successful. We were really successful, and also into Europe. So, and after a while, we made a small mistake. And that was a great one, because we opened the chatbot in the job board. And on Mondays between 10 and 2 o'clock, we have 500,000 visitors. But we opened the same chatbot, and all people were asking questions. And the stupid thing is, or not stupid thing, the funniest thing is, it was not about a job. all people ask questions, hey, what kind of skills do you need? What do I dress? It's all about the things around a job and the things around learning. And hey, what does the company look like? And how can you really know that this job is good for me? It's not about your talent. It's not about the organization. It's not about what people promise you to do, but it's all about the things around it. So we try to build a community for that specifically. And that's what's called Big One. Big One came from the movie from Tom Cruise and it's your ambassador Kwam. I don't know the name anymore. And Jerry Maguire.
Oh yeah, Jerry Maguire. Oh yeah. Show
Jerry
me the
Maguire.
money.
Yeah, show me the money. It's
Show
all
me the
about
money.
show me the money, but it's about the Kwam. It's about the friendship. It's about all the things, the aspects, and the money too. So we try to help everybody who's searching for a job also to really be successful. And we did one thing on the Tuesdays, and we asked for a barista for great coffee. And every startup who was working in that area or think they can contribute with some value to people who have questions about work and learning, they could enter our platform with an API. So we did that with Springguest, Bookboon, and we really built a community. And I really liked those Tuesdays. We had coffee and people were telling stories and we get energy all over, and we helped organizations to really position them. So that was where I came for the first time with the idea of building Boost Your Startup. Because Boost Your Startup, most of the startups, you might know because you've been in a startup, people work hard and they work close in their offices and never reach out again because they have to work hard and they have to hit the milestones. They need money. They need experienced people. They need expertise. They need a lot of things, but most of the time they just work hard. So, and if you raise money, you don't have the time to build on your product. So what we built a new ecosystem, an ecosystem for startup founders who are purpose-driven and want to make impact, social impact. And we help them with the right experts and we help them with investors. So the first thing you have to do is show that you, with a video, that you create engagement on a platform and people will collaborate. So that's the most important thing. So we know you can create customers. And then we help you with the right experts and investors to really build on your startup and to really help you to create LOIs and to make a great investment deck, but really be successful in the first start. From that moment, we let you pitch to many investors, about 1,800, and we reserve the money, and then you can really build to. So the simple thing about what most of people think about a startup is about their product roadmap. What we do as first as possible is create also customer validation. The better your network, the better your customer validation is, the faster you grow. It's all about speed. If you want a great, so that's mainly what we do in our technology build platform, with lots of AI, with lots of dashboards, with a lot of metrics. So you really can get the right info, but also learn. And also, most important, work with other startups together to grow. So wow, that's mainly what we do. It's a long story.
That sounds amazing. So I will come back to what the company does, but how have you been always an entrepreneur, like since you were young, or did you ever had a job? And what was your plan when you were young? I mean, I swear I didn't think you are as old as you are. I thought you were in your late 30s. So
you may stay.
So how did it come to you to actually do your own stuff?
Yeah, a simple thing. I was like I said, I was a tennis player, so you're your own boss. And the simple thing, I thought I could do it all by myself. Okay. and what I've learned very early is that you have to build a great team. So this was the first step for me in entrepreneurship. And also I earned my money with organizing journeys for companies to skiing and to survival.
Oh, wow.
When I sold that one in 1993, way back, I thought, okay, I can go along with my study. but I really liked entrepreneurship. So I did one other study, and it's called psychomotoric therapist. It's like a real thing on looking how people react and act from their body to the stress and all the things that there is.
Wow.
And I finished it, but I really didn't like it. I was always organizing things and always building my own organizations. So in that time, I had a fitness school, and I built it to 7 fitness schools in the same time that I studied.
Wow.
So yeah, it was about tennis and squash, you know, those larger things with fitness and combined.
Yeah.
But I really liked the thing of focusing on the needs of my customer and focusing on the value that you elicit. And it was always about that. And the easiest thing, if you're an entrepreneur, you can scale that. And if you work, you focus on simply one thing at a time. So I really like the buzz of my people and the challenge that we have.
Do you think this is something very interesting? Because I used to play tennis professionally too, funny enough.
Ah.
I'm actually from Peru, and I used to play tennis professionally, and I'm an entrepreneur. And I was thinking, just as you were talking, I was thinking, do you think that having, well, you can say a hobby as sports, that actually you have goals and you need to achieve and you like to achieve, and I think the feeling of knowing what achieving is can give you a bit of the feeling of how entrepreneurship is. Well, because I see my friends that have been in jobs forever, they never had the opportunity to achieve something by themselves. So I was thinking, do you think that actually helped? Like, I feel, just as you talk now, I realized I love achieving, and I keep telling my daughter, achieving feels good. She doesn't understand. She's like, I would just want to get a job. And I don't care about achieving. But I think once you felt it, and you know how good it feels that you're better than others, or not just better than others, but that you can make it, I think that actually can make a difference between becoming an entrepreneur and not. Do you think so?
Yeah, I love this thing, and it's great that you came up with this. It's all about, it's not only about the winning, it's all about aspect, because the first aspect, you have the anger response. When you lose, you're angry about everything, but not about yourself. If you grow in that, you have the losing response. You say, I never will make it, but you're not angry at anybody else around, but you look at yourself. You're always fighting with yourself. And if you go through that, you have the choking response. So you know you can, but at the moment you have to, you just, oh. And then if you grow through that, you have the winning response, and that energy and that achieving those goals, and to be certain about your discipline, to set goals, to focus, and the teamwork, and innovate your own game. That's a game and a company by its own. So that's really a nice way. I really like also always to look at sports, how we innovate, how you do teamwork, how you work together, and how you individually focus. And I think that's the most important thing. As a tennis player, you know, there's only one thing important in the game. If you focus on the ball, the name on the ball, it gets bigger, and the ball gets this big. And the bigger the ball, you better you can hit it. So that's all about focus.
It's all about focus. And I never realized that might have helped me, because I did it from very, very young. And I always had this, I'm so focused, and I know what I want, and I need to achieve it. It makes me feel good. So I was thinking, what would you say? I mean, this wasn't prepared. It's just, I love it.
No, it's great. I love it.
Yeah. What would you say that for people that actually don't have any hobbies or sports, so what do you think could help them to, because I'm going to ask you a question here.
Yeah.
Do you think entrepreneurship is for everybody? Good question.
Whoa, yeah, that's a great question. Okay, the simple thing is, I think that's a hard question. I think it's all about, not about entrepreneurship, it's about finding your purpose. If you really find your purpose and you find a place you can work, that's great. But most of the time you look at an organization, large organization, it's not about your purpose and your entrepreneurship. I think it's more an entrepreneurship. It's more in an organization about what you do and how you do it.
Mm.
But what you need in a startup, in your own organization, is why you do it. Because that is much longer and endurance and energy. It's all about creating energy with people. It's not about how you organize an organization in what you do and how you do it, large organization. It's about who you do it with. And it's about how you create and organize the energy that you get out of working together and focusing on achieving the goal. And I think that's about entrepreneurship. So, and you can be an entrepreneurial mind or an entrepreneurial growth mind or an entrepreneurial person. But if you find your purpose, you find your entrepreneurship, because then you know, hey, how can I grow within myself? How can I reflect that energy? And how can I make others better? And how can I make Earth better? So yeah, I really like this is a real great discussion. It's all about, are you an entrepreneur or have an entrepreneurial mind? If you think, it's all about your purpose. If you find your purpose, then you have loads of energy. And also you have passion and you have vision and you have a mission. And I think it starts there.
That's very true. And there's something I'm quite passionate about it is as well confidence. So I was not a confident kid. And I think confident, I see friends of mine that have a job, but they think I'm not good enough to be an entrepreneur. And confidence is something that I have been actually trying. I'm actually writing a book and trying to create a course on how I
nice.
from unconfident and very shy to confident, because it was actually work I had to do. You know, I had to work on myself. And I think as we were talking, I just discovered actually that playing a sport and being able to win a game and to win over somebody gave me a lot of confidence and started changing the way I was. So do you think, I don't know, would you agree if I said that just trying to put some purpose and goals and trying to achieve very little at a time can actually improve your confidence?
Yeah. The great thing is, if you look at your purpose, and everything knows it at this time, everybody's talking about COVID, and everybody's talking about all the things about fear and what you cannot do.
Exactly.
Okay, let's say COVID is here. But if you go and meditate, then it's silence. And you only have trust. So COVID is there, but if you go within yourself, there's trust. So, and if you go and walk in the dunes or walk at the sea on the beach, there's also COVID. But so, and there is also the silence and the joy. So if you have confidence and sometimes you don't have that, it's the same area, but you have to find the place. If it's really your purpose, okay, sometimes it's hard to reach out to people and ask questions and set challenges. But if you really want to achieve your purpose and really want to live your purpose, it pops open, because then you know, okay, I have this obstacle, I need to learn this, but I'm gonna manage this, because you really like to have the purpose going outside. And if you feel, and if you visualize, you're a tennis player, you have to visualize sometimes, okay, where am I? What do I want to achieve? Where I'm standing in 5 years? And you really visualize that. You feel how you can grow, and you feel who you are. So it's real about, and it's like entrepreneurship, but also like sports mind. It's all, the powers are within you. It's really there. Only you have to scratch the surface and get off all the rules and conditions you've built by yourself that you cannot do it.
Yeah.
And you may say, okay, do they serve me at this time? But all the rules, and I said, and all a condition I said, do these rules help me really at this moment to grow? Yes, they were functional at that time. Way back they were functional.
Yeah.
But at this time, okay, and I hit my face. Okay, it hits. The second time you come, okay, you learn from that mistake. You learn fast. So you say, okay, I don't want to be hurt no more. I want to create my confidence, and you grow. And every step you grow, and every thing that resonates with other people and they're willing to help, collaborate with you, you grow, but you grow within yourself.
That's right. And what was your experience about, for example, my experience about becoming an entrepreneur was everybody around me that loves me being worried and telling me how it could go so wrong and how, I don't know, things could go so bad, I get in troubles that I don't even know. And even though you feel confident, it starts to making you think and doubt about yourself. So for example, because I knew that was going to happen, I actually didn't tell anyone. When people told me, what do? I just said, job and things like that. And I don't want to suggest to hide it from people, but I think sometimes we need to have our own space. Or what was for you? Because I had to put like a bubble around me and just keep going without listening and almost ignoring. But how was it for you?
Yeah, great that you're so open. And thank you for that. That's really great. I think everybody's looking for his own spots to build himself, to build their own rhythm. And sometimes you have to go in a bubble. I have the same like this. I didn't know you and you asked me for an interview and I thought, okay, I've never done so much interviews, but you have to go and you have let go. And if you go worry about tomorrow, I don't know about tomorrow. And there's nothing tomorrow. I can change the game with what I do today. And if I can influence that in the 1.5 meter that we have right now with full impact and full energy, we change it. But the same what you do right now, if you ask more questions to people, then you learn. It's not about the answer that people give you, but the fact that you answer, make new questions, build new questions, you learn from yourself also.
Yeah, that's correct. I've learned so much talking to you about myself. It's crazy.
But it's a great thing. If something that's great. The most of the people learn more if you ask more questions. I honestly just ask, one most important thing. And if you have an answer, ask more questions. The more you know, the more you grow, but also the more you know exactly what to do with your startup.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So ask questions.
Definitely, that's very good. So going back to what you do,
okay.
Who do you think? I mean, I was having too much fun talking, and I could go for hours.
Great, let's do so.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have another interview with your mom, so we can see where you're going.
Yeah, great.
And but I'd like to ask you some more things. So who is exactly your type of client? So I mean, we have many listeners here, and I mean from everywhere in the world actually. So I don't know if you just do Holland, but we have from the US all the way to Australia. So who is your perfect client? So who should come to you?
That's a great question. You really have great questions. Okay.
Thank you.
We have customers we have two girls, one from Yale, one from Harvard, and they were in the great possibility to grow up and to study in Harvard and Yale. So what they do right now, they are Build Nigeria. It's a platform education for people to help from Africa to come to other universities in the US. So we're in the US. Why are they our core customer? They have a purpose and they make impact. The most important thing what we look is, do you have a focus on social impact and can you make impact on social? Those are the most important things. Is your story true? Is your story energizing? So, and another organization is focused on clean tech. And they really want to change the world and make it better by reducing CO2 with 15%. We have another organization who is going to rebuild low-cost housing. And also the most important thing, when you do that in a country, they also bring labor. And they also have electricity on the road. So they have several solutions and it's really purpose-based. So if you have a real purpose and you think, okay, I need some help with collaborations and I know that my network will help me grow further, then you're welcome.
Excellent. So, that sounds like we need to talk.
Yeah, nice, nice, really nice. I think everybody is saying is that they are social, but the whole world is not social. You're social if I reach out to your heart and you reach out to my heart, and then I think, oh, I really like this, because all the people who are listening and working in an organization, great that you do that. But how much time are you really working on your purpose? Yeah, so there are purpose-driven organizations which you can help. Or if you do that 2 hours a week or 4 hours a week, they give something back, incentives or equity or anything that really is value. But your most precious thing that you have is time. So give time, give, and then you belong to a team and you can collaborate and you can contribute to great purposes. So let's make impact.
And the great thing is when you have a purpose, working is not working.
Exactly.
I never feel like I'm working. I mean, I love what I do and I wake up ready to do it. And people say to me, how do you have so much energy? Exactly. Yeah. You know, everybody asks me how I have so much energy. How can I work? I work 7 days a week for choice. I have the choice and I love it. Yeah. And I think having a purpose is so important.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, that's the best sentence to end this thing. It's all about purpose. If you don't have a purpose, you're just doing things.
Correct. You're working.
Yeah, you're working. Yeah.
You're working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Well, it was really nice to talk to you. I really enjoyed this interview, and I would love to have an interview again in few months. Well, a discussion more than an interview. I like to have a conversation, so we can have talk a bit more on where you are by then. And yeah, definitely we should talk.
Great. It was really fun. It's really great to share your thoughts and our thoughts and especially the energy again. So thank you for your invitation. I really loved it.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for giving us your time. Okay. I'm sure people are going to love this interview.
Great lessons that you immediately spot on. You gave time. It's about giving time. It's the most precious thing that you have. It's all about your time. The most valuable thing that you have.
And people give it too easily. They have to really give it with, again, a purpose.
Yeah, great.
Getting back to purpose.
Great.
Right, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And it was a pleasure to talk to you.
Great, I really loved it.
Thank you.
Great job. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.